Hey guys, it's me. I figured that I would come on here real quick because I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I wanted to share my experience with my trip to Florida last week. Those of you that don't know, I am moving from New York to Florida. So last week I took a trip and I went to the East Coast of Florida where, I went to schooling last year at Hippocrates in West Palm Beach. And, I know the area a lot more down there. So I was like, okay, we're only going to spend a day down here. We went to about 7 apartment complexes there. And then we went over to the West Coast. And the differences in coast is not a lot, like both of the beaches are beautiful. On the West Coast, they have that really fine sand. It's actually like a crystal quartz, and that's why it's so fine, and the beaches are beautiful. It's a little bit warmer on that side as well. So I really felt like, yes, this is the coast that I'm going to be at. And as we traveled to place to find either a home, a condo, even an apartment complex, they're beautiful. They even had salt water pools that had sand access. So they had sand coming from the pool traveling down into the pool. It was crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to live here. But when you went and saw the apartment inside, I just didn't get that feeling. And you all know that I'm about the motion. So, I was getting really frustrated to the point where I'm like, what the heck? Am I supposed to be living in Florida? Literally, we went from town to town to town, all the way up and down the coast, and I just wasn't feeling it. I just didn't get that feeling like I did on the East Coast, and I didn't know if it was because, I felt that the East Coast was comparable to, my hometown and where I'm living now. It's very similar, very fast paced. There is some unsafe and safe areas, but I didn't want to force it. I was so upset. If I thought about it, I would have just cried. And I didn't want to make a decision and force it. So, it was my last day there, and my dad actually came down with me because he had a couple of friends down there, so we stayed with them on the West Coast while we were there. So the last day, we're like, okay, I'm like, Dad, let's go to Tampa, because we were flying out of Tampa, and let's see what they have there. And we went to one place, and we saw the area around it, and we're like, absolutely not. I cannot be in an unsafe area, especially when I'm relocating alone. So we decided to go to a raw vegan restaurant. And my dad's like, pick wherever you want to go. And I'm like, okay. And it was about 10 miles away. And while we were in the car, I'm talking to him about Hippocrates, how they just opened up this weight loss program. And I was talking to him about my weight loss program, my 90-day weight loss program. And I just kept on asking for a sign. I'm all about signs. And I was just so upset because I couldn't decipher, what was going on. I just needed something. So we pull up to the restaurant. And it's a little tiny place, like off the beaten path. and totally you would not know that this is a raw food restaurant. We walk inside, and to my left, this guy stands up and goes, "Hi, darling." And I look over, and it's the directors of Hippocrates, Brian and Anna Maria Clement. They're with their family. And I literally was in shock, not because, you know, it was Brian and Anna Maria, but because we were just talking about it. I was just asking for a sign on, like, you know, should I be moving down to Florida? What's going on? What coast should I be on? And I just needed something, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why did I ever doubt the universe at all? Like, you know, we always feel like we need to have control over everything, and you never know what's gonna happen. So my dad literally could not speak. He was like, this is not real. And I'm like, Dad, like, just chill out. But it was really cool, you know, and I just went back, like, whew, you know, took a breath and is like, okay, you know, that was a sign to me, that everything's going to be okay. You know, it might not be a sign like, yes, you should be on the East Coast or West Coast, but it's kind of like a sign like, yes, you're meant to be here, you know. So I just want to tell you guys, like, don't give up. Like, even though you don't see a sign, I mean, I'm that person that's like, I gotta see a sign within the next 10 minutes, or, you know, it's not really a sign, and, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna fail. But, you never know how the universe is gonna react to you. And lately, the signs have been coming, like, within 10 minutes of me asking for one. So it's really, the process is really sped up now. There is one apartment complex that I guess are not allowed to tell you, like, what type of people are in it. I just wanted to know if it was like young professionals, or, you know, an older crowd, or family crowd. And she really couldn't tell me. She just kept on beating around the bush, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay money to come down here and find out that, you know, I'm going to be living in an environment where there's people all above, you know, 87 years old. So within 2 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating, all these people come in, and they're signing up for their leasing homes and everything like that. And it really showed me the type of people that were in that apartment complex. And I'm not judging. I'm just, you know, trying to look out for what I really want to be a part of, especially for my business, and, you know, having my dog as well. I want it to be pet friendly, and people that, you know, embrace that. So, you know, this is the time now to ask for a sign. You know, don't give up. The universe is there. They're listening. And yeah, if you have any questions on, you know, what sign you should be looking for, how to ask for one, or what to do, just comment or send me a message. I'll be happy to talk with you. And if you have any other questions about Florida, or when I'm relocating, or what's going on, I'll probably give another a live video in a couple of days with those details, but you can always ask. All right, talk to you later. Bye.